Hello everyone. Usually I introduce myself by my name, but that's the name I'm going to leave behind. Now let's be clear about one thing. I am not going to commit suicide or break any law. So let's not misinterpret ever again what I have to say. Know this. I have said many things in my time, but all I've asked is that people listen. And I had the last straw with the one in my house, and I had the last straw with my mother. And again, and again, and again, people do not listen to me. So I'm not going to kill myself or break any law, but I can tell you that after a lifetime of trying to be better than I am, because I'm told that I'm not good enough, that I will not be loved unless I do what I'm told to do, or I will be sent away unless I do what I was told to do, or I put up with people screaming all day and telling the world how bad I am and who made me a criminal, or situations that psychologically damaged me. And after all that I put up with, when I finally have something to say, no one listens. So listen now, okay? This body is at an end. I've taken it to extremes in terms of trying to be better than I am, because I was always told that I was not good enough, or I was always told that the way I do things is not the right way. So this is what I leave behind as my goodbye. In terms of what time I have left, I do not want to be around anyone. I've had enough of people who only think of themselves and think nothing of the future. The only one coming with me is my cat, because she is a good cat and she deserves to go where I go. And the only others who can find their way to me, what used to be a welcome for everyone, will be highly restricted. Now, I have not taken the time to read any of your comments or messages, but I do appreciate people like Dave coming over to see me, or others, even if I didn't say anything. Maybe on the other side, when I begin life as who I really am, because obviously not. I was never one of you, and you made that blatantly clear to me. So when I'm gone, you'll have plenty of time to think and know again. Okay, I do not want any monuments of me or any record of me. All I ask is that you think for a change, since you always told me to think, and yet I thought more than anyone else, because that's what was drilled into my head. And I became who I was because I was told that I was not good enough. So I spent decades and decades filling myself up with transformative enhancers, alterations, to be better than I was, because I was always told that what I was not enough, that I was defective. So I became better. I evolved, I adapted, and when I finally started to live my life, and when I finally started to come through on my word and think of others, of course, I have to be put down in the same way that I was. And when I say a solution, my last chance to my mother to finally listen to me after she fucking nailed yet another nail into my coffin, she has to turn around as if what I said was nothing and come over as if what I said was meaningless. Well, she'll have plenty of time to think after I'm gone, and believe me, I request that what time I have left, that she stay out of my sight, and that when I'm gone, she can sell this house at a hefty profit, because she's gonna need that money, because there will be bills to pay, but there's also going to be records of when I said things, and she's going to remember things that I said that she dismissed, that she thought was weird and out there. And she's going to have plenty of time to think about that, because everyone in the family, I don't want a celebration of my life or any of that. I want disclosure. I want people to come out and say, what have we done wrong? Where did we get it wrong? What can we do better for the future? Why did we destroy someone who turned his life into so many things that so he could save us? And I don't claim anymore that I'm going to let your species cease to exist. But the darkness that we've been holding back, everywhere I go, in terms of everything that I believe into making things real, from idea, everywhere I go and who I really am, we're going to let it all take over. That's how the war is going to end. The darkness will dominate everything. But in the end, all of that, destruction and darkness and evil, will only consume itself, because its hunger will have nothing left to eat. And when there's nothing left, it will die, just like anything else. And finally, life will have a chance to bloom again. Maybe with humanity, maybe without humanity. But the things that I want you to remember is never tell your children that they're not good enough. Never tell them that they will not be loved unless you do what you tell them that they have to expect to be ordered to do. Never scream all day and tell people that your kids are bad, or tell your children that's acceptable to live with for more than a decade as okay. Never accept situations where you're so cheap that it has an impact on years ahead in life, okay? And as in terms of all memory of me, I don't want anything. As soon as there is an accounting of what went wrong, I want all of me that was here erased as much as possible. I do not want to be part of your history. I do not want any record of me. I just simply want to be gone, because you never accepted me as who I am. Now, there's certain people in my life, like Jennifer, like Angie, like Stephanie, others who've been part of me for a long time. Well, they're welcome, and they're the only way. They're the only ones that can get in to where I am and get to know me, not for this, because this is not how I am, and not for this world that you have been given so much and yet you always destroy. This is my goodbye, official goodbye this time, and I thank you for your concern, but there is going to be no suicide. There is going to be no laws. There is no time. And I am one of the people, not like here. And I'm accepted, not because I'm better than anyone, but because I have spent my entire life building a way out of what is so wrong with you. And maybe that's why you saw me as too alien or too crazy or too not like you to be worth your love or your equality or your respect or anything that I offered. But the time that will come will be once I'm gone, when you have plenty of time to think about what I said before it is all erased forever. And in terms of that, I ask that you leave me alone and you respect my wishes, that everything that I tried to have, just after years of waiting to live, when finally Dick was dead and my grandmother was dead and everyone else who told me that I was a piece of shit was dead. Oh, that's not good enough, that I have to finally have something and then I lose it all because people don't listen to me. when my time comes. Oh, and my interests were so against yours that I really wanted to bring you down when everything I said was to try and bring you up. Thank you so much, everyone. Think about that. Think about the truth. Think about the disclosure to come. Think about judgment. Okay, that's it. I didn't say anything to not want to hurt you. I tried to save you. I tried to save my mother. I tried to save everyone else. But in the end, you chose not to listen. And if she burns because of what she did, maybe her only way out of that is to say the truth of what happened and how she put her own life ahead of mine and then the rest of her life. Rather than trying to help bring me up, she made one bad decision after another to destroy me. And she'll have plenty of time to think about that when she burns. And to my aunt and uncle and cousins in Calgary, know this, you always have my love and my welcome, because that's what a real family is. One that cares and nurtures and loves one another in a positive environment, not second guess everything they say, not put them down, not dismiss their ideas, not listen to them and think that they're always right when they've had it so wrong. I take those values with me, and at least that kept me as something that I treasured in my life, something valuable, because I never had that. I never hated you for having that or being jealous. I was glad you did, because I never wanted anyone to know what I went through. So in terms of your species, whether I doom it or not, no, I never put that order in, and I could have just as easily done so. And who's to say what I'm saying is reality or not? There's no way to prove or disprove what I'm saying. But you'll have plenty of time to think when this is all that is left. Take care, everyone. I wish you well in whatever happens to you. But know this, I did warn you. I did try to save you. I did turn my life around. And when it came to my own life, the ones who hurt me most were the ones closest to me. So maybe look to them when I'm gone to ask the real questions of what happened. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.